Hey everybody,
Hey
welcome back
everybody!
to Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. This is the TigerSox series on location here at Astronomy Aleworks
This is awesome.
in the brewery district of Henderson, Nevada.
Isn't this awesome?
This is awesome. Hey,
We're living the dream.
would you believe he actually trusted us back here with inventory?
Oh my god, fool!
Ah,
Matt, you
cool.
fool! Um, should we
But
go
here we
like
are.
unplug something or like?
But here we are. This is
Yeah. So
this is where the magic happens. Right here, right. The thing you're seeing just below the electric box,
I'm trying to
that
get
is the
to.
Astronomy Aleworks
There we go.
logo.
There it is. Is it it? Yep, that's it.
We do apologize for the buzzing that's going on behind, but you know, this is a brewery and he's brewing beer and he's
Yeah.
running machines and machines make noise and
Yeah.
you know,
So we'll speak up.
if you don't like the buzzing, the best I can tell you is go check out the Rolls-Royce Beer Gourmet, because the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet is such that we work with what we got. But
This is special to us because Matt, we've met Matt, we've known Matt for a while. I think I've known him a little bit longer than Chris, but just really cool and very interested like us. We're just total geeks when it comes to beer, and this is his baby. I mean, he owns the place, he's proud of it, and when asked if we could set this up, I was more worried about liability reasons that
exactly.
let's face it, we do
Letting a
not.
couple of yahoos in the back.
Yeah, we are we to be trusted with expensive equipment? Probably smart enough not to break anything, but just don't touch. Just don't
Exactly,
touch.
don't touch. And,
We're taking a hands-off approach, but this is a first for us. This is season 4 now, and after a 10-month break, not only are we back, but I think our first 2 or 3 episodes are looking like they're going to be pretty damn
hot pellet,
sweet.
found a hot
Oh,
pellet.
you found a hot pellet. Eat
Yep.
it!
The
Eat
things
it! Eat it! Oh, God, he did. Turns out the mice in here have droppings that look like hot pellets because
I couldn't. It's too big to swallow.
it's.
But, yeah.
I shouldn't say there's mice in here. That's actually probably the wrong thing to say.
No, I tell you what, if there was mice in here, they'd turn around because once again, this is the cleanest smelling brewery I have ever been in.
As he said last week.
Wow.
Yes.
I wish my house smelled this clean, honestly.
It's just really cool to be in here with all. I mean, we can't show you everything in the shot, but
Yeah.
behind me, this direction are how many more tanks are there? 5 or 6.
Exactly.
And there's actual fermentation occurring right now, like right this very minute. So.
That's why we have the buzzing, in fact.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. So it's just cool. Of all the reviews we've done, season 1, season 2, season 3, we have not pulled this off. So we're onward and upward, everybody.
And this is
because we want you to be entertained.
This is the second review of the on-site series. I'm going to be talking to some of the. I'm going to be talking to some of the other breweries. I would love it if we could maybe get into one of the other breweries and do this very same thing. I do anticipate a Tenaya Creek series coming before long. I think we've got enough pull there to make that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
because if nothing else, they do allow people back there for tours, and they also have the anniversary
the beauty is
party.
that back room, you can still see the brewing equipment. So
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of space where there's just a vast area of concrete, and the tanks are in the background. The tanks there are massive, and there's got 12 of them, 11. Anyway, so maybe we'll do that. Yeah.
Quick shout out to our hosts. You can find Astronomy Aleworks on Instagram and Facebook. Matt says they do have a Twitter, but they don't. That's not where the information is, because they do have a series of lectures and trivia nights and all kinds of stuff going on here. I strongly recommend going to the Facebook page and hitting the alerts, because they have tappings, they have bottle releases. As Matt explained in the last video, they had somebody from the University of Copenhagen coming in discussing astronomy. So they got lectures, they've got nights looking out at the stars. So check them out.
There's actually a telescope. It's over there, but yeah,
Let's see if we can't. Maybe
they are Astronomy Aleworks for a reason. They are really.
Let's see if I can show the. Yeah, there's the telescope right over there by the window. So yeah, this guy is. This isn't just a concept to him. This isn't just a gimmick or hey, how can I sell some more beer? Maybe if I make it astronomy.
Right.
No, that's not the case at all. This guy genuinely loves astrophysics and
Matt's
outer space.
Matt's passions for what he does and what he's interested in come through in this place. The next video we do, we will showcase out in the actual tap room or taste room itself. There's all sorts of posters and artwork and humor. And it's just really, really awesome place. So now we have time for a beer review. I mean, we
Exactly.
can't do.
We've still got,
We got 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes.
We
Let's
can't
talk
sit
about...
back here where the magic is made. And
Exactly. You didn't think
drink
we were just going to sit here and go blah, blah,
the
blah and
beer.
not drink beer, did you? I mean...
What's wrong with you? Anyway, shall we? Let's introduce.
All right, Tony's going to show you because he has the larger glass. I'm a little girly man. I drink the sampler glass.
Let's not talk about size, all right? Okay, we're not going to go there.
It's not the size of the glass that matters. It's what you do with it.
Exactly. Very cool logo. I've always thought their logo was innovative and kind of original, and
And
can't really mistake it for.
This is one of those times when the camera is actually picking up the color of the beer.
Yes.
Usually the camera adds about 2 to 3 shades darker, but this is...
It adds 10 pounds to me. I'm drastically lighter.
I would like to say it adds 10 pounds, but then the question would be, how many cameras do you have on you at once? And hey, there was the buzzing. So we're going to make use of that for sure.
What are we drinking?
This is the Pluto is a Planet IPA. This came out, wasn't it relatively shortly after they decided to bring Pluto back into the fold of planets?
Well, the brewery's been open for 9 months now, so I'm not sure when when that news broke or when that whole.
It wasn't that long,
months,
but I have to say it was.
I think it's a little bit
it was within the range, though. I will put it that, because this beer has been around a few months too. I remember when Pluto was when they first introduced this beer.
Well, they had a Pluto is a planet and Pluto is not a planet.
That's right.
Tony's
doing a better job
shorter
remembering than I am.
Yeah. But Matt, if you watch this later on and you want to comment that we've got everything wrong, please do.
Yeah.
The brewery is 9 months old. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the whole debate about Pluto has been going on for years.
But it was just like within the past, I don't know, I want to say 18 months to 2 years that Pluto was brought back into the fold as an actual planet.
Yeah.
This beer has a 6.4
Yes.
ABV, 70 IBUs. Typically, American IPAs come in between 5.5 and 7.5, so this is in mid-range. Typically, American IPAs also have between 40 and 70 IBUs. At 70 IBUs, this is actually on the very high end of the bitterness scale.
Yes.
So there you have that. As you were seeing, it's not a particularly resilient head. It is kind of flimsy. That means absolutely nothing. That's just something that I make note of. Certain varieties are going to have flimsy heads. Certain varieties, if it has a big head, you wouldn't want to drink the beer because there's something wrong with it.
Right.
There's certain Belgian ales. If I saw a huge head on a Belgian ale, I'd figure there's something wrong with that, and I ain't drinking it. So,
exactly.
But this is a kind of a flimsy head. What Tony showed you in his glass, that is in fact the color of the beer. So, I think we should probably start drinking and discussing. Yes.
I don't see why not. I mean, all this hubbub,
Cheers.
Cheers, and cheers to all of you. I just did something I normally don't do in these videos, and that is gulp.
Oh, gulp. Yeah.
Because the first little pull into the mouth, the first actual taste. I mean, it was like my reaction was, give me more immediately. So no, I actually just gulped a few. I mean, my glass isn't I'm not down to half a glass or anything. But normally the first sip, you kind of swish it around, let it roll around your tongue. I went a little aggressive on this beer, and that means I like it.
Well, normally I would I give this a quick nostril sniff, but mine was filled so full that if I didn't take a quick sip first,
right,
I wasn't gonna have any space to sniff. Now I will tell you, first impressions: fruity, creamy, a little bit boozy. I'm gonna check on the bouquet here now. Put my schnoz directly in.
Schnoz.
And I am picking up a huge hop profile.
The hop profile,
wow.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say the hop profile is robust. It's very pronounced. It's not bitter to the point where an IPA person is a person who's warming up to an IPA isn't gonna shush this beer away.
Mm-hmm.
An IPA lover will grasp on like I did for that first gulp. I think they're gonna really appreciate the hop profile here. It's nice.
It is hoppy, as Tony said. It's there. There's and I don't know how they do it, but some brewers, you can make something hoppy without it being overly bitter. Not that I don't love something bitter.
Almost, yeah.
So sometimes you can taste hop juice and you don't really get the bitterness per se. I think it's just a matter of how you treat the hop. Yeah. I would say this is a well balance of getting the hop juice and the hop bitterness out of.
Almost a slight oiliness to it, I would say too, which is a compliment because I think a really well-made IPA is going to have that. What would be the word? Resin or
viscosity?
Yeah, thank you. That's the word. And follow through with the hops itself. We forget, it is a plant. It is a product of the vine. So you want there to be that natural off the
oil.
vine.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. You want there to be that.
Certain varieties
It
of hops
does.
practically glow in the
The
dark.
Hop Hunter actually from Sierra Nevada is kind of, that's their focus. Is that beer is all about oil, oil, oil. They stress it on the packaging. Actually, this kind of is. It doesn't remind me exactly of Hop Hunter, but this beer to me is reminiscent in the. It gives you a little element of the oil. So excellent. I mean, to me, that's what you want. You want that to
Look at
be
that
a
lacing,
part of
baby.
your IPA.
Matt was unhappy with the lacing of the Kolsch,
Yeah.
but he can't have any problem with that. I mean, look at that.
And Chris is a much better swirler than I am. I wouldn't say you're swishy. That would be the wrong.
I'm a swishy swirler.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, Chris likes to swirl, and I do not. So
I'm going to describe this as probably I'm going to just say a solid medium mouthfeel, not medium high, not medium low, just medium. Not a whole lot of spikiness to it, but there is, it does give you, well, like Tony said, that oil. You are getting that sort of sheen in your mouth. It's
yes.
somehow creamy and has sort of a dry finish at the same time. So
Yes.
I love it when an IPA can pull that off. It's not very often that does happen.
Right, and it's kind of, it is a marriage of all these things we're saying. This beer really is you're getting a nice hop profile. You're not getting bitterness to where you're getting a hot bomb. You're getting a little bit of a sheen. You're getting the oiliness, a cleanness on the finish. I think they did outstanding. I mean, it is what it is. It's
really
just
is.
really,
It's a
really
good
well
Las
made.
Vegas IPA for sure.
Yeah, it's something to be proud of. I mean, I hope, Matt told us before we started filming that this is, one of their top sellers, obviously, because IPAs are still all this time later, they're still the craze. They're still dominating the scene. So hats off to Matt and the staff at Astronomy, man. You guys made a fantastic IPA.
I know I mentioned in the last video, I don't know if I mentioned in this video, we are in fact in the brewery district of Henderson. What would you say the closest cross streets would be, like Warm Springs?
Well, Sunset's a major road, and
Okay,
Sunset's a very long. It runs east to west in Las Vegas. Very lengthy, long road. It actually does intersect with the Strip. So if nothing else, if you're on the Strip, you could say, "Hey, I'm on the corner of Sunset and Las Vegas Boulevard." It would be a little bit of a trek. You would have to make a long trip down Sunset. But that's what phones and Google and
exactly.
all that stuff's for. But
Uber out here for sure.
but Sunset's definitely the closest major street, and it's really close to the 95 freeway too. So yeah, once you're off the 95 on Sunset, you're just minutes away from Astronomy Aleworks and Craft House and Bad Beat. So
that's true. Yeah. So actually, if you type in Astronomy and it's not coming up, type in Bad Beat or type in Craft House, you're going to end up in the same parking lot.
they share a parking lot. I mean, you literally
and Las Vegas Distillery is here too, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Although I will admit I'm not as familiar with their operation
I'm not either, so.
as I am the breweries itself. We've got 2 minutes left. Closing thoughts or scores on Untapped?
Yeah, the beauty of this, I think I'm going to give this a 4.25. This IPA has nothing to prove. That's what I love about it, because it is named Pluto is a planet. I feel like, sort of like, it's often said, the toughest guy in the room is the one who says absolutely nothing. That's kind of the way I feel about this beer. Like it knows fully well. Pluto knew it was a planet all along. It didn't need our approval. And now that it's back to planet status, this is a good reflection of that.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum it up. It's you just IPAs. The tendency with breweries all over the country is to take an IPA and feel this never-ending desire to twist it and mold it into something else. And next thing you know, we're going to have a triple New England, and we're going to have it's like performing gymnastics with these styles of IPAs. Sometimes this is the solution. I want an IPA, a little bit of resin, a little bit of oil, hop profile that's not too bitter. It's got a great balance. It's refreshing. It gives you what you want when you first learned what an IPA was.
We got 45 seconds. We want to thank you for
watching the video. But in space-time, we have more.
That's true. Yeah, space-time continuum.
All right.
So, guys.
So it's awesome. Thanks again, Matt,
for
letting us. I mean, this is incredible. I'm so stoked.
Be sure to drink good beer, not to break the bank doing it. #drink local, #Vegas strong. Thanks for watching, guys. Check you next week.